You're gonna see some serious shit.
Yeah. Back in the day vibes. Geek out. Let's ride. From the 80s arcades to the 90s block, Walkman's bumping, now the podcast rock, cartoons after school, VHS rewind, talking X-Men, Sega, that golden time. Geek in, geek out, where the stories get loud, from the past to now, make the ramble crowd proud. 80s, 90s, 2000s flow, if you live that life then you already know, so press play, kick back, let the memory speak. Geek in, geek out, every day of the week.
What is happening, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Geek In, Geek Out. I know we've been on a quick hiatus. I don't know about saying quick, but we've been on a nice little hiatus. But a lot of stuff has transpired in the geek world that I was reached out to a fellow podcaster. No, not that guy. Another guy. He is another geek enthusiast and said, hey, are you guys going to talk about this? And I said, why the fuck wouldn't we talk about it? But because with me and Penny's scheduling conflicts, we weren't able to do an episode. But I said, we're still going to do it. I want you guys to give a round of applause to Ully from Inside The Northside here, who is going to help me tonight with tonight's episode.
Yes, even though I'm not as good looking as Penny, I am knowledgeable in the comic book realm and social media and all that other jazz, the pop culture shit. So
there you go. No, and I thank you, man. I appreciate it. I mean, I know you said, hey, are you gonna do it? I reached out to Penny, and I know Penny's been busy doing some stuff and, sorting out some stuff here and there. So I said, hey, do you mind if I go do this? He's like, fuck it, go do it. And I say, what better person to do Geek In with someone who's has been following us since day one on this platform.
Day one.
All right, so a lot of stuff was released. Obviously, snippets of Avengers Doomsday. Also the word of who's going to be the next Ghost Rider, the new Black Panther, snippets from the new movie, the Spider-Man that's coming out this week. Where do you want to start at? What do you want to talk about? We're collabing here, so you tell me. Let's go with the flow. Or what do you want to go? What do you want to geek out first with?
First things first. I mean, we have a new Ghost Rider. The last time we had a Ghost Rider, in the, I guess, somewhat Marvel universe was Nicolas Cage. I can't really say Robbie Reyes from the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. because I didn't really watch it. But
I didn't watch that either.
It just didn't seem. I don't know. Marvel TV.
It didn't appease to me. I was in the same boat. But I think Nick Cage, I remember when I told my wife, hey, guess who's going to be Ghost Rider? And she's like, who? I'm Ryan Gosling. And she's like, those are big shoes he's going to fill. And I'm like, indeed they are. I wasn't a big fan of Nick Cage, but I respect Nick Cage. I don't know if that makes sense to you.
Yeah, that does make sense. I don't know if you saw it in theaters, but I remember seeing the only two movies that he did in theaters. And I was pretty geeked up when those movies came out. Those were like what, 2007, I believe.
Yeah.
So that was like
roughly. Yeah.
It was almost like, I was a freshman in high school. So I remember seeing that, and I thought Nicolas Cage did a pretty good job. Obviously, he's a weird individual already.
He's just one of those guys that he goes with the flow, and he goes when it kind of reminds me of a Tropic Thunder, where Robert Downey Jr.'s character goes, I don't read the script. The script reads me. I feel like that's Nick Cage. Nick Cage doesn't read the script. The script reads Nick Cage.
So do you think that he didn't read the script for Spider-Noir? He's just like, I'm just going to do this my own. I'm going to be Spider-Noir. I'm already Spider-Noir now. Yeah, Nick, but please read this. Please read the script, Nick.
No, the script reads me. I could just see him doing it, like one of those, one of those artistic fucks that just like, no, man. I let the character speak to me, and then I interpret it on screen. But I thought he did I don't, like I said, I didn't like it, but I like Nick Cage. Mm-hmm. So it does kind of those Ghost Rider films, though, they have their Nick Cage signature on it. So whenever it's on TV, like TBS or nowadays on FX, I'll glance at it, I'll watch it. But for me to just sit down one day and go, oh shit, I'm gonna catch me some fucking Ghost Rider, never.
No.
So but with Ryan Gosling, I'm okay. I mean, you got my attention now.
Yeah,
You got my
he's been on a pretty big run lately. And I know he's teased about working with Marvel for the past couple of years.
well,
I,
there was
you
the
know.
meme that he was gonna be the next Black Panther. That was like, what the fuck?
Oh my gosh. But I mean, he's been teasing Ghost Rider for quite a while,
Hmm.
pre-pandemic actually.
Yes.
And it's I think it's a fit. I don't know if you ever saw the movie Drive.
Yes.
So Drive, he kind of has like this just stone cold like demeanor. And I feel like
Hmm.
that kind of fits his character. But the thing is, he's not playing Johnny Blaze. He's playing Danny Ketch, which is like, I want to say his half brother, I believe. So it's going to be a totally different Ghost Rider, but I feel like they'll somehow, some way fit in Johnny Blaze into this
Yeah.
MCU universe. You know,
I think you have to. You can't just start off right off the fucking bat and go, "Hey, this is their guy." Like you have, especially for the hardcore fans like us, they're gonna have to sort of sprinkle in that character, and not just smack that. I think they're gonna start it off like he's already kind of sort of been out here, behind the scenes, but then kind of fill in the gaps. I think the movie's gonna have those little moments where they're gonna fill in certain gaps, but continue moving with just this guy's character.
I mean, I hope so. I mean,
I think so.
there was a leak I probably shouldn't have saw on social media that was
A
it
leak.
looked like something from Doomsday, or I mean, they haven't done Secret Wars yet. They haven't filmed, but it was something that was in Doomsday that involves Ghost Rider, and a lot of people were saying it's AI, but a lot of people were saying it's
It's
real.
AI. It's AI.
Dude, I hate having to see
It's AI. I don't
these.
believe anything.
I don't. I mean, I don't. It's hard now because all these things are leaking out months before the movie comes out.
You know what though? Like I kind of believe the AI. It's AI, but sometimes I feel like the studios know people like us are gonna want to clickbait this shit and be like, oh my god, I got because everybody wants to know the be in the know. So I feel like it's not out of the realm that studios like Marvel, Sony hire people to be like, hey, make this for me. But not directly though. So it's like there's a middle person that will tell them, hey, you should make this and give them like bits and pieces of it and leak it out. Almost like throwing false flags, false information to keep the name going, to keep it circling. Because the movie's not gonna come out until fucking December. So
Mm-hmm.
obviously, how do you keep the momentum going? How do you keep the fans entertained till December? False leaks. Boom, boom, boom. You throw all this stuff out there. And you don't do it yourself, so you don't ever get your hands dirty. But you get these social media people that just want to be in the know to
Mm-hmm.
put it out there. And so
Yeah.
I feel when I see it, that's what I think. I think it's like, okay, cool. I could see Kevin Feige hiring someone to hire someone to hire somebody to make these little AI little videos and say, hey, that's a leak because I know somebody that knows somebody that told me that this is gonna happen.
Yeah, I mean that's true. I don't know, but there was one thing that I saw. And I'm not going to spoil it because everybody has the internet. The internet's free to some people.
Spoil
Um,
it, dude. Spoil it.
there's a scene that's circulating around.
Well, first of all,
Um,
spoilers. Three.
spoilers, but could
Spoil
be AI.
spoiler alerts. Three, two, one. All right, go for it.
So, anyways, there's a scene in the movie where it's Captain America, it's Sam, it's Elena, it's Doctor Mr. Fantastic. I don't know why I said Doctor Strange. Mr. Fantastic, Thor, and Doom, and he starts controlling the Sentinels and
Okay.
everything like that. So, like, supposedly he brings them to life, and they supposedly the whole team's gonna get slimed. It's gonna get murked,
Okay.
apparently. But that's what I saw. And then obviously with San Diego Comic Con came just last weekend. Um, they supposedly had a second trailer, and that scene was in the trailer. So I totally get that Feige is doing some kind of like, hey, just somebody to somebody to somebody to somebody leak it. But it's also like a lot of these leaks are coming to fruition in a way, and it's like, holy crap, like I hate seeing
See, but
spoilers.
it's coming to fruition because you know what it is. The people who are writing this, the people who are doing this, have the same or are the same people like me and you.
Mhm.
So it's easy for us to kind of come up with the concept of like, oh shit, this could happen, this could happen, this could happen. I could see that. Could this? I don't want to believe it got leaked either. There's no way you're gonna have this movie be leaked. You just can't.
I don't know, man. This is one of the most anticipated movies that is coming out this year, aside from Spider-Man.
As-
Marvel.
yeah, they need this movie. They need this movie big time to succeed because they've been kind of coming out with some caca. Um, I don't know. I mean, I'm intrigued. Like I said in the past episodes, Marvel's kind of like been that iffy for me now lately, where I'm kind of like, okay, I'm interested, but I'm not like, oh shit, anticipating it. When the first trailer for Doom came out, I was like, okay, I want to watch it. And I remember I woke up early in the morning and I made sure I found the correct one because obviously there's always those false ones. And I found the correct one. And I'm like, okay, this piques my interest, Marvel. You got me right now. You got me. You got me reeled in. Okay, are you able to hook me till December? Am I gonna be shocked? I'm hoping I am. And after the leaked trailer of, like you said, I think it was a Sue Storm narrating basically Doctor Doom's like life, like a guy who's lost everything and but you never felt he'd take it to this extent. Like I felt like, oh shit, okay, we're gonna go dark in this one. This is if we thought fucking Infinity Wars ended kind of obliquely dark, this might top it. This might be Kevin Feige's like, hey, you know what? Hold my beer.
I hope so, dude. I really hope so that it is one of those moments where we're sitting in the theater and kind of have like that Infinity War moment where we're just like, oh,
Oh,
like,
I
oh
hope
my,
so.
I mean, I cried literally when that happened, when Thanos snapped and half of everybody was gone,
Mhm.
and you just see him sit there. I was like, holy crap, did I just see years and years of buildup just disappear with a snap of the finger? Like, that's insane. And then obviously we have Endgame, and Endgame was just like the cherry on top of everything, where you just see everybody come together. But now I think Kevin Feige is like, hold on, I got one better. And now he's bringing everybody from the Fox universe. He's bringing in people from the Sony universe. And it's just like, I mean, we're going to see characters that we never thought would
Mhm.
interact. There's a picture I used to save on my phone. It was a picture of Chris Evans, Captain America. It was a picture of Thor, and it was a
Mhm.
picture of Hugh Jackman's Wolverine. And it's funny because I found that picture and I'm like, holy shit, we're actually going to get them side by side in a movie. Like, blows my fucking mind, literally, that we're going to get all these legacy characters together in one movie.
No, yeah,
It's crazy.
we live in a time where I think we wouldn't have imagined this, and so sometimes I look at it and I go, damn, I remember reading this, I remember watching the animated series. Never in a million years would I think this was going to be live action, and I'd see this, and I'm seeing it, and I'm like, sometimes I'm in awe, I'm like, oh shit, but I think this was a lot of patience in regards to Marvel slowly acquiring all this shit. Because if you look at it, they started off with a limited amount of characters to work with, built a fucking franchise out of it, to now owning almost what 90 something percent of almost all their characters right now.
Yeah, I
I
think the
think
only one is left is Spider-Man.
and Hulk.
I thought Hulk got reversed already.
I I, I want to say Hulk is still part of Universal because that's what we haven't seen a Hulk movie.
I think they still have the movie rights, I believe, but
Yeah,
I
it's the
think they
same.
own. It's
It's the
kind of
same
like that.
deal. It's like the same deal with Sony. You can't make a Marvel. You can't make a Spider-Man movie.
They
It has to.
tried. Those movies were garbage. Well, you know
Yeah.
what? I will say this. I did not see Morbius, but I did see
Yeah. It
Craven the
sucks.
Hunter, and I
Sucked.
saw Madam Web.
Sucked.
Look, I won't lie to you guys. I'm not gonna
Sucked.
lie. I thought those two were pretty decent movies. I'm not
No.
lying. So I thought Craven the Hunter was cool if it wasn't connected to Marvel. Like, if it was its own
Okay.
movie, then
I'll give
it
you
would have
that.
been like a really good movie. And Madam
Okay.
Web had like this 2000s theme to it, like something they would have done in like 2005, 2006.
I can't get behind Dakota Johnson, man. Nope. I'm sorry.
She sucked as Madam Web, but like the movie was, it kind
The
of
movie
piqued my
just sucked.
interest.
That movie did not pique my interest, bro. I remember watching that with my wife. My wife was like, "Oh, look, what's that?" And I shitted on it from fucking start to finish, bro. Shitted on it. How do you make a movie about Spider-Man, but you can't mention the fucking name?
They made it possible.
Yeah, in a shitty manner, bro. I was like, what the fuck? I agree with Craven the Hunter. I think Craven the Hunter should have just been Craven the Hunter and not tied to any type of Spider-Man. You could pull that off.
Mhm.
Morbius though, with that one just like that's a fucking reach.
I never saw it, and I don't think I will because Jared Leto supposedly is like horrible in that.
He's super horrible. You know what movie he's good in? And I just saw it this Sunday. Masters of the Universe.
Oh, dude, I saw it in theaters a couple. I saw it last month, I believe.
I wish I would have seen it in theaters. I saw it yesterday.
It's nice.
I saw it on Sunday night. I was Sunday night, someone was, hey, they got Masters of the Universe on Amazon. She's like, fuck it, fire up the popcorn. It's turn on the surround sound, just watch it. I liked it. I liked it. It was funny because there was a meme that said, this was Jared Leto's most successful movie, and his face didn't have to be on it.
He did a very, very good job as Skeletor. The whole movie in general
It's a
was
good
good.
movie.
And I know a lot of people were shitting on it because they were like, "Oh, this is this like woke B." And I'm like, dude, it's a fucking movie. It's a fucking
And
movie. Just enjoy it. If you don't want to watch it, don't watch it.
I
But
liked it.
I enjoyed it too. And
I,
I'm not a big, huge He-Man fan, but like
Same here. I'm not
it,
either, and I thought it was good.
it's a good movie.
I told Penny like, hey, I'm watching Masters of the Universe. He's like, text me when you're done with them. Okay, and I text him. He's like, what you think? I liked it. It was good. I'm not a big fan. Never been a big fan of him. But I liked it. It was a good story. There was a couple of plot holes that I'm like,
Doesn't make sense.
doesn't make sense. But I'm gonna go with it because it's a movie, right?
Mhm.
Like this, like the where he goes. Obviously, spoiler alert. He gets transferred to Earth with the sword, and he loses the sword. So he spends the next 15 years looking for the sword. Who the fuck does he stay with? Because it shows him in school. It shows him that he has a job. It shows he has a roommate. I mean, would it have hurt to give us like a small little 2 minute like 80s flashback of like what the fuck was he doing for 15 years? Like who took him in?
He
You're
could have
telling
been
me
like a
that
foster of the state or something. I don't know.
I mean, but coming like my wife is like, you're just nitpicking. Like, why do you always have to find logic? What do you? And it's not logic, but it's like I look at it as like the Bible. You got Jesus as a small child, and the next thing Jesus is a grown man with his apostles. Where's the in between?
I don't know.
So where's
Somebody
He
didn't
Man
write
in?
it.
Where's He Man's in between?
They
Leave.
might talk about it in the second one. Who knows?
Well, they kind of did hint that there was gonna be a second one. So, hopefully, if the directors are watching and the writers are watching, can we put like a little 80s montage? Like you guys were able to do little flashback when he was in school. You guys did flashbacks of his job. No, would it have hurt to do a small 30, 20, like 30 second to 2 minute flashback of what he was doing from like adolescence to adulthood?
Yes, directors, if you're listening, give Whiskey J a little small background for the movie,
Please.
just so that way it doesn't bother him anymore.
It did. It really bothered me. I was like, fuck.
Really? That's what bothered you? That's what's funny. I,
That the
I,
whole movie, I like the whole movie. I thought the movie was great. I thought it was cheesy. I thought it was I like how Idris Elba plays the same fucking character in Middle Earth.
oh my gosh, his character arc is kind of weird. I mean, like he's this one character, and then he like gets drunk, and then they like revive him back, and
Yeah, like it's a convoluted fucking movie, but it works for what it is, right? That's what I like about it.
yeah.
But it's funny because there was a scene. Remember when they showed the last He-Man, which is played by Dolph Lundgren?
Oh yeah, he was in the scene where he was doing the workouts at the gym.
Okay, so I'm watching it. We're watching it. She's like, "Oh my god, how funny!" My wife goes, "I mean, what do you mean how funny?" She goes, It's funny because I can't. I remember last time I saw him, he was doing cocaine with Ted and Mark Wahlberg, and I'm like, I look at her like, that's that's not Flash Gordon. And she's like, and then she goes, "Who's Flash Gordon?" And I'm like, "Oh my god."
At this point, just throw the whole thing away.
I felt like turning off the movie and be like, you need to watch the Flash Gordon now because I go, no, that's Flash Gordon. That's a different type of superhero, from this same era, but
Mhm.
different. They look the same, but different.
All you had to do was the classic line, and I'm sure she would remember it. If he dies, he dies. I'm sure
No,
she would have been
she
like, oh,
no, she knew who Dolph Lundgren was. She just thought that that was the character from Ted. There was, which is the one doing cocaine with those guys in the first one.
well, I guess we can
But
say all white people look the same.
yeah, I guess we could. Yeah,
If
we
she
could.
thought that Dolph Lundgren and Homeboy were the same person, then
I
that's.
re I remember just looking at him like, what the fuck did you just say?
Don't you ever say that again in this house.
She was like, what? I thought they looked at him. Like, no, they don't fucking for fuck no, they don't look alike. I go, what the fuck? But no, it's just funny. I like the movie. It was a real good fucking movie. I liked it. If I could give it a geek in, geek out fucking standing, a 1 out of 10, I'll probably give it a 6. I
I
thought it
give
was
it a
fucking.
7. I give it a 7. I was highly entertained. I thought the jokes were kind
Mm-hmm.
of funny, like the little innuendos. Like he was like, "Oh,
Mm-hmm.
you're was he? What did he call
Fist,
one? Fistum or whatever. It's Fister Fit. I don't. I forgot the
fist,
names.
Mister. Yeah, it was like fisty, and then it was like, yeah, I get you. There was a lot of double entendres, a lot of double meaning behind it. No, I'm telling you, the movie was good for what it is. That's what I like about it. So far, I liked it. It was good. I can't wait for the second one. If they keep the same energy, I think you got a good fucking, at least a couple good movies out of that.
Yeah, at least a good trilogy, I believe, a good
Hmm.
trilogy. So,
So,
but
so, oh, go for it.
no, you go ahead. Go ahead. It's your show. I'm just a guest on the show.
No, we're collabing, brother. We're collabing. We collabing, dog. Um, so going back to Doom. So yeah, I have a theory of what this movie's gonna be about.
All right, let me know. What
So
is your theory?
because I was reading some of the geekdom saying that obviously Doctor Doom's whole character is he lost his mother and he's scarred face, all this shit. I'm kind of catching wind if you look at the small little mini trailers they put out, which was Captain America and he's holding his child, and then it was Thor praying, for the first time ever of all the countless wars. He has some sort of fear, and obviously because he's a newfound father, that is that fear, which I can relate because I'm a father myself, and then you end Fantastic Four with their child. I think it's a basically because of the time heists, a lot of stuff was altered, not just on that, and not just in the 616 universe, but all over the place. And I think because of that, it's a ripple effect of what ifs that
Mhm.
turned that probably made a lot of shit happen. And one of the factors I feel is Doctor Doom lost his family based on this type of shit. And
Mm.
and and because I'm gonna use I'm gonna because we're talking about what if, I'm gonna use the what if episode where Doctor Strange wants to reverse the death of his girl. And remember the basically the oh my god, what was the lady?
Which
Shit,
one?
the bald
Early
bitch, the
Witch?
main, yeah, no, yeah, the bald one. Like she
The
was like
oh,
the
yeah. I know who you're talking about. The
okay.
ancient one.
The ancient one told him like that is a waypoint. Like you can't move that. It's like putting a rock in a river. The river's just gonna go around it. It's a waypoint. Because of the ripple effect of these fuckers doing a time heist, because of what they did, it caused a whole ripple effect around the whole entire fucking time universe, multiverse. And Doctor Doom's family is a waypoint that he can never reverse. So then his objective is okay, cool. You took my kid and my wife. I'm gonna take everything away from you, motherfuckers, because you guys meddled with shit you shouldn't have meddled with, and y'all try to play gods.
So you're saying that the TVA was ultimately they knew this whole situation were going about and taking care of these ripple effects that happen throughout the universe to, I
Well,
guess, fix it. I
well,
guess.
here's another thing that's part of my theory as well too. And the Loki season one, when he says, "Well, these motherfuckers did a time heist," he goes, "No, that was planned. That was supposed to happen." But we find that it was supposed to happen because of Kang the Conqueror.
Mm-hmm.
It was Kane's master plan to finally get to the point where he's basically the all seer, all watcher, all this shit, right?
He who remains.
The he who remains there. He like, yeah, that's where we're at. What if they tie into that situation that while he is the he who remains, he's able to subdue guys like Doctor Strange and all these other fucking multi universal threats.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I can see that. Yeah.
And so I feel like that obviously I think they're gonna address the Kang stuff. You cannot I feel like I hope they address it. You can't not address Kang because you try to build them as the big bad and then you wipe them out now. So you have to wipe them out. So if if it's true, I would do how much I've seen the AI version of where Doom just lands in that stadium full of Kangs and just wipes all these fuckers out. So
I've seen
I
that too.
believe. So I think that that's how we're gonna start this. It's gonna be the same way we started off Infinity War, where Thanos walks in and beats the shit out of Thor, beats the shit out of Hulk, and he starts making his way into it. I feel like we open up Doom, him landing there, because I feel that he's well aware of the multiverse, but he can only stretch himself out so much. He needs the mega mind of Reed Richards to get him to other waypoints.
Okay.
So So I feel like he's gonna walk in, destroy the fucking Kangs, and then take their technology, but he can't replicate it. He's a genius, but he's not the smartest man in the world. So he's gonna go to the second smartest man, Reed Richards, explain to him the whole multiverse bullshit, and then use his fear of losing his child, use Steve Rogers' fear of losing his child, use everyone's fear, because if you notice the trailer, the mini trailers are all about their children.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. They
And
were all
he's
about
gonna
the kids.
and he's gonna take that shit. And when he finally gets what he needs to get, I feel that's when he's gonna. I think we're gonna see the second time where Loki gets murked.
He's always getting murked.
I think he's gonna get murked in this movie, bro. I think he takes his power. I think the ultimate goal he becomes he becomes like the guy of time. Like you all meddled with time, you all fucked up, you all fucked other. If you fucked my life up, I can imagine you fucked the other people's life up. I'm here to bring balance to this shit because you guys meddled with shit you guys have no clue and no responsibility doing. And if you look at Doctor Doom's character, that's been his character. He's a guy that goes, he's like, and it's funny because I think it was a great pick to pick Robert Downey Jr.'s character because what was Tony Stark's character throughout the whole series? A guy
Uh,
who felt like I need to do it myself. I need to protect everybody. I'm the one that can do it.
yeah. Yeah. I mean, it does correlate, with him having to meddle in a lot of things to fix everything. So obviously, we saw him do in the first Avengers and then in
Mm.
Age of Ultron, where he was like, I see,
Suit of
a suit
armor.
of armor all around the world and,
Mhm.
protecting everybody. And so every movie he's meddled with something that he shouldn't have meddled with. And obviously, it cost him his life at the end of Endgame. Spoiler if anybody hasn't seen Endgame yet.
Seriously,
So
man.
there's also a theory that there was never no Tony Stark. It was only Doom. Like he has always been Doom, you know? So I mean, because I mean, in that whole little scene where they go back to the 70s to go get the Tesseract, obviously, because Loki took it and they couldn't get it.
Mm.
And that Tony Stark meets his dad and they start talking. And things start not adding up in his head. And he's like, wait, that doesn't make like the dates and this. So like there's a whole theory of like, maybe the real Tony Stark, I forgot how it goes, but it was like I think they killed and then they adopted a kid or something like that. I don't know. I forgot the whole theory what it was, but the whole theory pretty much in basis is like there was never no Tony Stark in the MCU. It was always Doom. So there was always like something like that in a way.
You know, I thought about that, and you know what? It never really fit to me to think that because that would give Kevin Feige a lot of credit to think he foresaw this. And I don't think he did. I think we were going to go to the Kang Dynasty and all this shit, and obviously Jonathan Majors fucking catching a case for beating a woman. Obviously he was sort of exonerated in a sense, but still he was canceled. So you don't run with that no more. So you go with what maybe your second option was, Doom. And to me, that's giving Kevin Feige and everyone in Marvel credit to think that they thought that far ahead.
20 years in the future, like, yeah, we're definitely going to do this and we're going to give everyone a distraction because we think it's going to be Kang, but it's not Kang,
No, I think Kang was ultimately going to be their big super bad for both of their movies. And obviously, like I said, with their Jonathan Majors catching the case, um, I think they had to scrap it, and they went with like, okay, what do we do? Um, who's a superhero who's interacted with a bunch of motherfuckers? We already acquired Fox. We're bringing back who do we? Oh, Doom. Let's go with Doom. Doom is actually a guy who's had countless encounters with all these guys. Let's get them. Let's get him into it, and obviously because of that, the internet finds that little snippet, like you said, when the guy goes, "Oh yeah, she must be this many months old," and he makes that face like, "Wait, the math don't math." And so now people fly with that theory, like, "Oh, you know that, you know that he's not really Tony, that's Doctor Doom," and blah blah blah. I don't think so. I think Doctor Doom is a variant version of Tony Stark. I think you're always gonna have a Tony in every universe. It
Okay.
just doesn't have to be Tony. Just you have a guy that's like minded like a Tony in every single universe. That's the
Yeah.
way I look at it.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense. Well, let me
It's
ask you
like
this question before
shoot it.
we do you think that this buildup is I don't know. Do you feel like they didn't really build this up? This is kind of just like a here damn kind of thing. Like, we didn't really think this through. We were gonna give you Kang the dynasty, but I mean, obviously, so do you I don't know. This buildup, it doesn't I think that's why a lot of people don't feel that certain excitement anymore for these movies because there was no buildup. Like obviously there was some kind of buildup with everything that led to the first appearance of Thanos in the MCU. Obviously, with all the movies, and then you get at the end of the first Avengers movie, and then you have this idea in the back of your head of like, there's a big bad out there who wants to fuck everything up. And then obviously you get the Guardians of the Galaxy, and then you get all these things, and then you start getting the Infinity Stones, and I feel like that buildup was so like it was so needed, and I feel like this new buildup now to whatever this is kind of it feels flat. Like
And
it doesn't feel like anything, to me.
it doesn't feel flat to me. I feel like I think they course corrected, obviously, like we just talked about right now in this last segment about with why they scrapped the Jonathan Majors Kang dynasty and the Kang and all that stuff, and went with Doom. And obviously, what was our last movie? Thunderbolts.
Which was pretty good.
Okay, which I think is actually obviously one of the best entries right now. Then you had the Marvels. Then you had I forget what other movie prior to that. You've had these movies that are I think Thor was prior to that one too. So whatever. So you have all these movies, and they're not leading up, so you have to scrap it. You're not gonna really release other movies just to prolong the release of the big one. I feel you go the way of and I'm gonna use this movie oh my god Captain America Civil War,
Okay.
in which the big US we know that the two guys are gonna face each other, but we don't know why. And then you find out because of the whole Sokovia shit, that Baron Zemo is getting his fucking revenge.
So you're using the Baron Zemo, okay.
And that goes with my theory of you fucking meddled with time. Remember the quote that Tony told Cap: "You mess with time, sometimes time messes with you back. This is time messing with them back. You meddled with shit you shouldn't have meddled with, and you caused the ripple effect all over and you kind of saw it in the in Deadpool, where
Which
they're
one?
saying that the Deadpool Wolverine one, where they're saying that
Okay.
a lot of universes already have extended their lifeline, and they're slowly already dying because they're like there's like a certain person in that person that's already dead. Why are they dying? Like they even never established it. Like technically, their Wolverine died in that one, so that timeline's already withering away, and it's gonna that timeline's gonna end up dying. So obviously, there was a ripple effect that's being felt all over the universe, and some timelines are, instead of getting pruned, they're slowly gonna die, or they're slowly merging into other ones.
Could be
So
the
if you look,
incursions.
yeah, so you're starting to have those incursions. Yeah, and there you go. Even Doctor Strange tried to explain them to us. Deadpool kind of established, okay, this was going on. It's a dying fucking universe. We have to implode it. If not, they never explain what's it gonna do if you don't prune it out.
Mm-hmm.
You they made it seem like, oh, it's gonna die slow. Is it gonna die slow, or is it gonna merge with another one? Because obviously, life finds a way. Like, um, a person who is being deprived of life, they're gonna search for life.
Hmm.
So, wouldn't that be the same kind of equivalent to time, to a timeline? If a timeline's about to cease to exist, wouldn't it want to merge with something else?
Yeah, to like, I mean, also another spoiler alert, obviously. So apparently, the beginning of the movie is going to be set in Toby's universe, and they're sent to destroy his universe so that way the X-Men universe can work out. So I guess in that way, when you're explaining it, Deadpool is thinking like, well, what happened in my last movie is like maybe if we get rid of this universe and just kill it off, our universe will be okay. So obviously there's a big fight and whatever, whatnot, and then obviously there's an incursion I think that they see or whatever. But I mean, what happened in these movies is obviously we're seeing the ripple effects of it, and yeah, it's like a Baron Zemo 2.0, I guess, in a way with Doom, because obviously
Yeah,
in the first one he was just like his family wasn't what's it called,
Sokovia.
Sokovia. And obviously when it went up, came down, killed everybody, and he was just like, okay, you guys killed my family, I'm gonna fuck with you so much that I'm gonna pin you all against one another. And then obviously we got, at the end, which I feel like it was kind of flat too. Like they didn't really do much with him after that because Baron Zemo's a badass villain. Like he fucks with people, you
No,
know.
I know, I completely was not agree, but I felt like the premise of just him being that low level threat that's able to make these guys bend the knee by just moving small pieces. He played chess. He played like mental chess with these guys without them even knowing they're part of a game. That's why I kind of feel like this is their way of like Marvel kind of going, okay, we're gonna go the Baron Zemo route. Doctor Doom is always going to be Doctor Doom in the Fantastic Four universe, but Doctor Doom is also a guy that kind of realizes that, you know what, something's off. Let me look into it. And he's also a genius person, but he's and that's kind of like why I always felt like he's not the smartest person in the world. So obviously that he's gonna manipulate his way. And Baron Zemo thing, he's gonna start moving these pieces that get these fuckers to help him accomplish what he wants to accomplish. In
That's gonna
return, yeah, because I think the ultimate goal is to control time. Like you guys fucked with time. Like Deadpool fucked with the timeline, Doctor Strange fucked with timeline, you fucking Spider Punk fucked with the timeline, and the
Captain
Captain America.
America.
And look at you, just for pussy, you fucked the time. And what did you and be yeah, and then because of that, you fucked my shit up. So I can't get back my family, but I will avoid you fucking other people's lives up though. Because that's Doctor Doom. Doctor Doom is a guy that he's like the anti-hero. He's the guy like I'm the only one. I am the brightest. I am the strongest. I am the guy that can see what you don't want to do. I will do it.
Gets his
And
hands dirty.
yeah, and I feel that that's him. And I think that's what it's going to do. And he'll manipulate their fears of again the Fantastic Four with their son, Cap with his son, fucking Thor with his daughter. And then manipulate his way into getting what he wants out of them. And then when he finally does, I feel he murks a good chunk of them out.
Yeah, I think most of them are getting murked, but then they're all coming back into for Secret Wars and for Battle World. So
And
that's
they
going to
get
be a
murked,
thing.
and they get murked, and that was another news. They're gonna revamp the whole thing.
Yeah, this is going to be like a soft reboot, which also more news as we're going into
Oh yeah, go
with
for it.
Comic Con because we totally went off on it. But so yes, the MC is reporting that they're going to do a soft reboot after Secret Wars. But for me, it's kind of like, well, how's that going to work out? Because they just announced Black Panther 3. They announced Ghost Rider. And then, obviously we have the X-Men universe that are coming right after Secret Wars. So are those
I,
movies going to be a part of the universe that we know now? Or do you think that they're going to be a part of what's this soft reboot in a way?
well, first of all, Chris Hemsworth is not gonna come back as Thor. I think this is gonna be his last run.
You think so?
I think he becomes he becomes the second Holy Trinity to die. You got Tony, and now they're gonna have Thor dying.
I can see that.
That's what I'm assuming. Or Cap. One of the two major top three guys are gonna die. We already had one, so top two. I'm sorry. Soft reboot. I can see what they're doing Black Panther. I thought it was I thought it was appropriate to actually move on, but they have it in. Yeah, I think that's gonna be Black Panther's son, right? Because
Mhm.
obviously, I think we're gonna do another fucking time jump. I think by the end of Doom and Secret Wars, there's gonna be such a big fucking time jump that I think the timeline's gonna be so distorted that Black Panther's son, when we last saw him, was like seven, like 5, 6, 7 years old, and the next thing we see, he's a grown old adult now. And I think you're gonna see a lot of these characters just like, especially the kids, be more older than they were because of whatever time dilation, whatever time jump we're gonna do. Um, I think when I think soft reboot, I think they're gonna put everyone in the same universe.
You think so? Everybody in the,
Maybe,
I don't know, man. Like, okay,
maybe, or do a, or do like um,
because I feel like what he
um
said, Kevin Feige said he was going to reset everything and make this new timeline to where it's easier for everyone to understand, which I feel like already was easier to understand. But I guess he's trying
mm,
to simplify it now, where it's just like this
well, it
person and this
was
person, this person.
well, it's kind of hard to. I think I get what he's trying to do. And he said, "Oh, make it simpler because okay, you have the 616 who never addressed any of the events of the X-Men, and then the X-Men and Wolverine never address anything about the Winter Soldier or anything about fucking Captain America. So yeah, and then you got, and then for some reason in the 616 we had a Spider-Man, but then in the Fox universe, there's no mention of a Spider-Man. And then in between, you got a Deadpool who, for some reason, knows about everybody. So it's a little fucking confusing if you look at it to the normal person. For me and you, yeah, it's understandable. But I
Yeah,
think
because I mean,
for
we know that all these movies were made because they were in different studios. So obviously they did not have the right to mention or say anyone's name. You know, obviously Spider-Man and everybody's grandma is, superhero in New York. So obviously with the Fox X-Men, you couldn't say Spider-Man or Daredevil or Punisher or anybody else like that. Anybody that's mentioned in the Fox universe, which we were
yeah,
supposed to get a a cameo or some kind of like little teaser of the X-Men with the Fantastic Four universe with
yeah,
all those guys. But obviously that didn't happen because of time or time schedule or whatever, some shit like that. So I feel like for us people that have been keeping up with these movies for like almost 30 years in a way, we know that the reason why a lot of people haven't been mentioned in universes. So I think when he does mean simplify, obviously they have the rights to other characters now. So now everyone's going to kind of be in this one little home universe where it's like, okay, well now here's the X-Men. They will be with Captain and this and this and this and that, yada yada yada. So I think that's what he's trying to simplify in a way now because they have the
mm,
rights to everybody, you know. But I mean, it's not that hard to understand, like But a lot of people
mm,
don't know, like we do.
well,
We're nerds.
if you if you have a guy like me that literally said he liked He-Man, but this one fucking thing was the plot hole, that's a plot hole for a lot of people, bro.
I don't know, man. You are kind of picky. I'm gonna just gonna say that. Picky
Yeah,
J,
I'm saying,
Picky J.
that's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying. If I'm picky, imagine all the other geeks that are picky as well.
No, man. I think they were too busy with the story plot line than eating their popcorn and drinking their icy. I don't know.
I would be like, wait, what timeline is this? What's because well, they did. I mean, aside from announcing the new Black Panther, which what are your thoughts on that one?
I think they should have
Uh,
done this a long time ago. I really honestly believe 100% they should have recasted T'Challa when Chadwick Boseman died. I think they should
they
have continued with his story.
they did with the sister in that movie did not do good.
Which she did okay. She did her best with what they could
Mm,
because they had to totally rewrite the whole fucking movie,
I
you
yeah,
know.
I don't know. I think they tried. Um,
But
I
we got Namor,
uh,
so
oh yeah, oh, fuck one of my favorite characters. But what do you think of the actor they picked?
I've not seen him in any of the movies that they've mentioned. So
You didn't watch the last Alien movie?
no, I didn't. I didn't watch that. I
Ooh,
didn't watch The Long Walk. But I know
ooh.
he's a British actor, and I know that he's a fan of the movies. And supposedly from what I heard, he was casted already as Black Panther 6 months ago. So they knew Marvel already had this guy already casted as Black Panther. They were just going to announce him now. But there's a lot of messy things that are going on because of this. So supposedly they were championing this one actor. I forgot his name, but he's in that TV show Snowfall, I believe, in a way.
Oh, okay,
And
yeah, yeah.
and he's dating Lori Harvey, which is Michael B. Jordan's ex-girlfriend or whatever. And obviously Michael B. Jordan and Ryan Coogler are homies. He was both in the movies. They did The Sinners, they did, all the Black Panther shit,
Mm-hmm.
whatever. So from what I heard is that Michael B. Jordan cock-blocked Homeboy from being Black Panther because of who he's dating with, which is his ex, and then they kind of went with this new guy in a way. But I mean, I have to check out the movies and see how he is because I mean, he's getting a lot of praise. But
No, he's a good actor. He's a real good actor. I can see him. Obviously, he's not playing T'Challa. He's playing. I'm assuming T'Challa's son. So I can see that. Why not? He's a real good actor. Um, Very athletic. If you watch the Alien movie, he fucking I you see the range he could do. He could do sci-fi. He could do sci-fi horror like that in The Long Walk. I like it. I thought it was a good choice for Marvel to pick him, and the fact that they already had him 6 months in advance, you could tell because he looks bulkier compared to other movies. He looks bulkier on the shoulders, so you could tell he's on that Marvel diet.
the Marvel regimen.
Yes.
um, yeah, I don't know. For me, like I said, I wish they would have casted T'Challa, recasted his character because I truly believe that we should have gone T'Challa with Namor in that second one. Like they owed us that. I understand they wanted to do like this tribute to Chadwick Boseman for playing such a very iconic character in such a short time too, and as well.
Yeah.
And I feel like they should have just recasted, and they could have done like this little whole in memoriam towards the end of the movie in a way for him instead of doing like a whole. It's kind of like a whole funeral for the whole movie's a whole funeral, in a way. But I feel like they owed us that to recast it and have both of those two go head to head. Because I mean, in the comics, obviously T'Challa is in Wakanda and Namor is in Atlantis, and they butt heads all the time. Homeboy hates surface dwellers, and I feel like that would have been so cool to see both of them. But obviously, we got his sister, and like she's kind of like freaking out. She's like, I don't know what to do. Like, and
I've
I'm like,
I've never I've never cared for the sister, bro. I was like, that bitch annoys me, dog. But what are those? Oh my god, fuck out of here, bro. And
you can't fault her for that. That's what it was in the trend at the time,
uh,
you know.
and then I don't know, just she rubs me the wrong way as a person, and I've obviously I don't know her personally, but just I could just feel like I feel like bitch, just shut up. Like,
I, she was like one of the little like annoying sisters, I guess, characters in a way.
yeah, I can see that, yeah, but it was just like, bitch, shut up. Um, but like I said, I like it. I like the casting so far. I'm not against that. I'm actually open to it.
I have to see
And
the
the
movies, like I said, to see how he acts and who he. I don't know. I might just TikTok it. Actually, I mean, they might have.
well,
You know,
yeah, TikTok. But here's the other thing: if Ryan Coogler signed off on it, then it's got to be good.
man, I don't know about Ryan Coogler. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. If that it's his movie, I can't judge him. If that's what he wants, go ahead. But you know, I don't know. I feel like this should have been casted years ago. Like I feel like we should have got T'Challa years ago. I know he's playing T'Challa's son, but I think they owed us that. And I mean, even his family, Boseman's family, was like just recast the character, and they're like,
It's an
ah,
iconic character. It's kind of well, that's kind of good to this topic. Then, I used to have this conversation with Esqueleto, may he rest in peace. Um, and which do you believe that you should recast iconic characters like Captain America, Tony Stark when they age out?
yeah, I believe that 100%. Keep the story going. It's kind of like
How do you explain it though? Like you can't continue the story. He was trying to attribute it to the James Bond thing. I go, no, if you know it's James Bond, it's not like he's continuing the story. It's a different story. It's same character, same name.
just different person playing it.
different actor playing him in a totally different story. Like that doesn't even connect to anything he did. The previous person did. That's what makes it work compared to a continuation of like Captain America.
I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna use this as an example. It's kind of like in sports, you
Okay.
know. Obviously, in baseball, you have different positions. You got third base, you got shortstop, second, left field, center field, whatever. Obviously, you're going to grow up with this team, as I've talked about in sports, like with the 2005 Houston Astros. You had some great players, but ultimately, those players get older, and you kind of have to phase them out little by little and introduce the new players that are going to
Okay.
take over the position. So, in a way, I feel like with like Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans, and you could have done that. I mean, obviously, you can't just like little by little do it, but I mean, in the next, I mean, who's gonna fucking care? Honestly, if you have a different person than Tony Stark, I mean, if his contract ends, his contract ends. I mean, you can kind of joke of it in the movie, be like, "Hey, Tony, you look different than last time I saw you," and they could just be like,
What
But
they did it with Rhodey, where they're supposed to be Terrence Howard, and then you got Don Cheadle.
yeah, so I mean, it works. Obviously,
It,
people didn't throw a fuss with it, you
yeah,
know.
but that was like like a third string character. You're talking about Robert Downey Jr., who's iconic. You know what, obviously I agreed with him about switching. I feel like if they're aged out, switch them out. We do it with Superman all the time. How many Superman iterations have we had? But it's not like it's a continuation of the story, and that's kind of where the debate me and him would get into, because he was like, "Well, no, you can continue." Like, no, you can't. It just looks stupid to continue a story with a different character. You would have to do a brand new storyline, a brand new chapter, brand new story behind this character, because it's not like you're gonna get Christopher Reed's Superman and then place them and go, oh, okay, it's Superman 5 with Henry Cavill. Like, no, that's not how that works.
Well, they did it with Brandon Routh for Superman Returns in a way. Like they didn't necessarily had to explain it, but his character of Superman was kind of a continuation of the Christopher Reeve one in a way. So like I think it can be done. I think it can be done. I mean, obviously it was a different story in a way. It
Yeah.
wasn't like a direct continuation of the Reeve Superman, but Superman Returns and that is kind of like it's not the same universe, but it's kind of like slightly like it's kind of he's kind of Christopher Reeve's Superman. So I feel like it can be done.
Okay.
Obviously,
So,
with normal people that go to the movies, they're gonna obviously they're gonna be like, well, he's not Batman. Robert Pattinson's Batman. Yeah, but we have this Batman. We have this Batman now.
well, the thing
Like,
about getting that guy that plays Reacher to play, I think that I heard he was that he's in serious talks now with the WB or whatever the fuck they're now about playing Batman.
I don't know. He's been teasing that for years, and they
I
want
get,
him to play Batman. I get it because he's a huge dude.
but he kept doing it though. Like, have you seen Reacher?
I've not.
Oh my god, that he's fucking good in that show, dog. He's really good. I say why not? If
Well,
we're gonna go down that path of playing, I would get him or what's the guy from Supernatural?
Jensen Ackles.
Yes,
Oh, what's his name?
Soldier Boy.
Soldier Boy. Yeah,
Dude, that's like one of my favorite shows. Yeah, I would get him, either him or the guy that plays Reacher as Batman.
I don't know, man. I mean, I get it why they want him, but I feel like what James Gunn is doing, he's going a different route for this Batman. Obviously, we've gone the detective now, obviously with Robert Pattinson, and we've gotten all these other iterations of Batman, but I feel like the one that he's trying to do now needs a different kind of physique, not like this huge hulking, which Batman is a pretty huge hulking
Well,
character.
he was talking. He wasn't James was talking about bringing back the Batman, the Brave and the Bold. Like, he's a bulky motherfucker.
Yeah, I mean, they've already casted Batman. It's just kind of like the worst kept secret in Hollywood right now. And I've never seen who this guy in any movie. So I mean, I don't know if he could play Batman.
We don't even know if he's gonna play Batman now. With everything that's gone on with Supergirl and all that shit. Which,
Oh God, I never saw it.
with
Never saw it.
I'm about to watch it this week because I think it's out on streaming on the tomorrow. It's out for digital rental, which means I have a, gang. I got the Fire Stick, so I'll be able to watch it illegally.
Never saw it. Always wanted to see it.
It's a
Didn't
great
find any
movie.
interest in it.
I'm gonna watch it. I want to see what Penny's talking about because I know Penny shitted on it. The same way he shit on Superman, he shit on Supergirl.
You know what? Fuck him for saying that shit about Superman. You know what? I'm a big
Thank you.
Superman defender.
You know what? I like the movie. He's only 2 years into it, dude. Like it was kind of more like, okay, cool. Like he doesn't know when to pull his punches. He's kind of still kind of getting into this fucking thing. Like it's kind of the plot hole for Man of Steel. Like fuck, okay, he was gone for such a while. Like okay, what the fuck was he doing? And you see the snippets. He was a fucking in an oil tanker. Then he was a fucking nomad. And then he was this. So he did a bunch of all that told me was he was just a drifter. Like you're telling me you wanted to see James Gunn's version of a drifter? Like he's Superman, but he's getting into the footing of being Superman.
And I'll say this. I liked both iterations. I liked Henry Cavill's and I liked David Cornsweat's. I liked the darker tone they were going for. Obviously, this moodier universe, this very like distraught Superman of like,
From
what
Zack
is this?
Stein.
Who are my powers? Like, I don't understand this, and yada yada yada. Can't save my dad, bullshit, whatever. I enjoyed it. I liked Zack Snyder's universe.
Yeah, no,
But
100%.
there's something about James Gunn's Superman that makes me happy. I don't know if it's because of the colors that they use to represent everything, but that Superman is the Superman that I know. He's a nerd, he's awkward, he can be weird, he can kind of say some kind of quippy shit sometimes. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's in year 2. He's obviously just a young person who's understanding this whole thing of who he really is, and he has to
100%.
figure it out.
I To me, this was the equivalent of Robert Pattinson's Batman. He's only 2 years into Batman and Gotham. He's a little rough in the edges. That scene where he beats the shit out of those clowns in the fucking in the subway. Like he's fucking crushing bones and breaking teeth, bro. Compared to like later on Batman. And which is funny because I remember watching the animated movie Batman Year One, and he's an ultra aggressive motherfucker who who's just about prowling Gotham and beating the shit out of everybody. And later on, he evolves into the world's greatest detective, and using the intimidation and using all this shit. He builds to it. It wasn't like it just naturally just fucking came
Popped
to
up,
him.
yeah.
Yeah, it was gradually he built it. So in this situation with the Superman, I felt that I get what James Gunn was trying to do. You're trying to build him into the Man of Steel, into basically the ultimate superhero. But there's gonna be some bumps in the road. You're gonna have some cracked eggs. You're gonna fall from your bike a couple times.
I
It
mean,
isn't gonna.
it's kind of
eh,
judging the same way as you judge Spider-Man. I mean, look at the Toby, like every Spider-Man movie, he's in his first year, he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing, he's angry, and he obviously evolves into the Spider-Man that we know with, obviously Sam Raimi Spider-Man 2 with Andrew Garfield's Amazing Spider-Man 2. Like they don't just automatically get it in a way, you know. I highly recommend if anybody wants to see anything that kind of like represents who Superman is in a way, check out My Adventures with Superman on HBO Max. It's like an anime kind of cartoon style with
I gotta check
Superman,
it out.
and it's really funny. It's very like quippy. It seems like it's targeted for kids, but I enjoy watching it because like he's the Clark Kent that like I fell in love with, as somebody growing up with this character of like, he feels as an outsider, he doesn't know who he is, and then he finds like, oh shit, I'm an alien, and like there's this whole history of who my people are, and he's just literally going through life trying to discover who he is in a way, and I felt very connected to that, and I feel like Superman is obviously his alter, who he is as a super person,
Mhm.
and he kind of like everything goes away and he's super confident, and but he still has those little doubts in a way. He's like, I don't know if I can do this, and this and that. So like that's why I connect with David Cornsweet Superman, because I feel like that's a representation of who I am in a way. So like that's
Okay.
why I love that one. The Zack Snyder one, I didn't really feel connection, but I like the darker Superman. But that was just for that time, and that time of when that movie came out. it was called for a darker Superman.
Yeah.
But this one, I think it's more of a hopeful one. And I obviously feel like this Batman that we're gonna get, hopefully, in this DCU is not it's not super emo dark, but it's still kind of like what's it called? Tim Burton's in a way. I hope we get something like that. Like a new modernization of like a Tim Burton's
I
Batman
hope we do.
universe.
You want to see a Michael Keaton Batman?
Yeah, obviously, suave, calm, chill, can't move his neck, wearing Jordans like that.
No. He needs to move the neck. He needs to move the neck. He needs to be
He used to
mobile.
be like that. He's gonna get a Robin. Like, this is what we need. This is what we need. We need this DCU. Like, we don't,
Well,
you know,
Well, they need to get the shit together first of all before they can make these type of movies.
stop selling your fucking studio to people. Stop holding yourself around.
Stop being sellable, dude. Don't be a whore. Don't be a whore.
I'll make
If
you an
there's-
offer I can't refuse.
if
But
there's-
I can't.
Then they'll just sell to anybody. I might end up buying them when they watch.
Paramount and WB and everyone's selling to the Rambling Alcoholics network.
That's right, dude. I'm gonna consolidate everything. So what else did you have at the docket for tonight's episode?
I don't know, man. I mean, how are you feeling about the new Spider-Man that's coming out, brand new day? This is
Actually,
the
I'm
first
actually-
Spider-Man that's getting his fourth film.
Serio. You know what? I've liked Tom Holland's Spider-Man. I've always liked it. That's why, I haven't made my return to the movie theaters since I want to say The Whale was the last time I went to a movie theater.
Damn, dude, that's a long time.
I know. So I'm making my illustrious return back into the movie theater scene. Like I said, I got a babysitter to watch my daughter for a couple hours. I told my wife, hey, it's her birthday weekend. Obviously tomorrow's her birthday. We're recording on a Tuesday, guys. So obviously Wednesday's her birthday. And so I told her, hey, like comes Saturday, Sunday, you want to go to the movie? She goes, yeah. Tickets are sold out. I was barely able to get tickets on Sunday. I go, hey, Sunday fun day, lunch, movies on me. And she's like, all right, let's do it. So I'm making my illustrious return back into the movie theater. And what better way to do it with Spider-Man? I like it. I like his Spider. When it comes down to the Spider-Mans, I didn't care for Tobey Maguire. Andrew Garfield, I liked. Tom Holland just encapsulates both of those guys, their best attributes all rolled into one.
No, man. Tobey Maguire is the goated Spider-Man for me. Is the
No, he
goated
is.
Spider-Man.
No, he is. I'm not gonna lie. It's like the equivalent of my of like how I look at Batman. Like, Michael Keaton, Adam West are like my fucking go-tos of barometers of Spider-Man. I mean, Spider-Man, Batman. So to me, yeah, Tobey Maguire is like right there. But I feel that Tom Holland embraces the best of both of those guys' quality.
I will
Like
agree
the-
with that. I will
because
agree with that.
Because you have the goofiness, the shyness, and kind of like quirkiness of Tobey Maguire, and then you have the suave confidence of Andrew Garfield, and his like his one-liners. And you got Tom Holland right there. Like you got all that. So I felt like Tom Holland encapsulates both of the qualities of both of those Spider-Mans.
And I mean, like I said, he's the only Spider-Man now that is getting his fourth film. We never got that with Toby. We never got a third one with Andrew.
I mean, look at man, Toby's what, in his 50s now?
He's got to be like 50. He's got to be like 50. Him and Leonardo DiCaprio are the same age.
Tom Holland's like what? Not even in his 30s yet?
He's 31 or 30. You
There
know
you
what? Let's
go,
look it up
bro.
right now. Let's look it up right now.
That's what I'm telling you. That's what I'm telling you. Like, fucking Tobey Maguire was playing a fucking 18-year-old when he was fucking 28 or something. Or 38. Andrew Garfield was already in his fucking like early 30s when he was playing a fucking quote unquote a teenager. Like these guys were not in the age for.
He was 30. He just turned 30 this
That's
month.
what I'm saying. So you were able to build a franchise on this kid. I just can't wait to finally see the Punisher on the big screen.
Collaborating with Spider-Man. Like, I mean, yeah, it's what everybody wanted.
Love John Bernthal as the Punisher. I think best Punisher, hands down. Y'all can debate me, comment below, whatever. I think it's the best fucking Punisher. And then you got the Hulk, and I think I just want to see the scene of the Punisher unloading a fucking clip on the Hulk and just throwing everything he can at him and just pissing the Hulk off. Like, I want to see that shit. I seriously want to see the fuck out of it. If I can see that, the next thing I want to see is actually the the version I think that Netflix was gonna do with the Punisher on uh with the Defenders. There was a scene that I remember they were going to, but I guess they were gonna blow their budget, and it was because I think they were gonna blow their budget or John Bertho's schedule was off. But in the Netflix show, the Defenders, they were gonna do a scene where the Punisher was going to show up, neutralize everybody, and then Luke Cage, obviously, unbreakable, unstoppable, and then fucking the Punisher was going to pull out a fucking minigun, bro, and just fucking unload on fucking on Luke Cage, bro, to the point where he pins him against the wall, and he's just getting bombarded with a van full of like a fucking bullets just fucking raining down on him. Like I want to see that. Like that was like, oh fuck, like this motherfucker got like ammo for days.
He's got the ammo van.
Dude, I fucking love it. That's what I'm saying. That's why I want to watch the movie. I think, like I said, if there's an appropriate movie for me to come back to, I think this was the best movie to come back to this weekend. So
Well,
I'm looking forward to it. If that answers your question, I'm looking forward to it.
you're looking forward to it. Well, they answer that before they answer the question. I will say Ray Stevenson's Punisher, I think, is a level better than John Berthol's. If you haven't seen, was it Punisher Warzone?
Dude, that's
That's a
gruesome.
crazy fucking Punisher movie. And this was when Marvel was just like, fuck it, we're gonna just throw shit to the wall. And they had a really good Jigsaw. Like that guy who played Jigsaw was perfect. Like I remember watching that movie after the first one, and I was like, what the fuck is this? Because they continued that story in a way with a different Punisher. And it was just gruesome. It was dirty. It was just it was crazy. If you guys haven't seen Warzone,
it's a real good movie. I do recommend it. It's a gritty fucking. But you know what though, and we were just talking about earlier about Tom Holland embraces the best qualities of both Spider-Mans. I think John Bertha embraces the best qualities in a very tight knit Netflix / Marvel universe. Like that's why I say he's one of the best because I feel like I still haven't seen the new one that's up the his little miniseries. I heard it's really good, but those other stuff that he's been on, like I was like, damn, he's good. He's gritty. You can tell that you can with him. You can tell the writers can push the ante, and that character can play it like Ray Fiennes did.
Mm-hmm. And you know what? I think in a way he's kind of a mixture of both Punishers, obviously with Thomas Jane's and then with Ray Stevenson. But I just wish it was more, I guess, in a way brutal. But with One Last Kill was kind of that way, and it was kind of filmed. It was filmed in like a Daredevil style kind of thing. I enjoyed it, but I feel like it should have been a little bit longer. It got really dark. It got really dark towards like the end. And I was just like, holy shit, like this is new territory for Punisher, but obviously he comes away from it, whatever. I'm not gonna spoil it, but it's really good. And yeah, I'm excited to see both these characters collab together because obviously playing video games and reading the comics of Spidey, obviously with Punisher, and it's just kind of like, holy shit, we're getting fed this year. Dude, we're getting fed this year, All we need is Daredevil. Where the fuck is Daredevil? All we need is Daredevil. And then I think this would be top notch.
I think you're going to see him moving forward. I think you're going to see him. There's no way there's no way you leave him out.
You have to add Charlie Cox's Daredevil. He's like just legit. I mean, Ben Affleck's Daredevil does not come close to Charlie Cox's Daredevil at all. Not at all.
I think you're gonna have
built a great character.
Hey, but what if and what if they bring back Ben Affleck in Secret Wars?
They're gonna bring him back just to murk him.
It don't matter, but I mean you bring him back.
It'd be kind of a good send off. I guess it'd be like, okay, well, we had him for like 10 seconds and he's dead now. But I don't think he would want to come back. I think he'd rather come back and do Batman than do Daredevil.
I heard he's really pushing for that one.
I
But
miss
we'll
him as
see.
Batman.
That's the whole thing about doing this show is like there's endless topics, endless possibilities.
There is, and I'm hoping, man, I'm hoping Secret Wars is it. I hope it's not just like a cameo filled movie, but like I
Nah,
feel like I hope every character we have seen for the last 20 plus years has some kind of importance in this movie, and then obviously they get murked. It's like, oh well, he's dead. Like he's not gonna do anything else,
I think you're gonna see a lot of fucking people die, but it's gonna usher in those like quote unquote the soft reboot. So
Yeah,
in the ashes of the murders of these characters, here comes these ones.
which it mostly like it will most likely be all the ones that are on the Disney Plus shows. I think Moon Knight's gonna get murked because obviously
No,
Oscar Isaac is not wanting to play with Disney right now. So he's going to get, I think his character is going to get murked. I think She Hulk is probably going to get murked. All these characters that were in the Disney Marvel TV shows, they're all getting fucking murked. Because then, obviously you want to go forward with the soft reboot and add these new characters and these new iterations of these people, you know. But like, it kind of sucks, man. I really feel like Moon Knight and like the Eternals didn't, and even Blade, fucking Blade didn't even get his fucking flowers. He just got
Blade.
put on the shelf. That's it.
I like Moonlight. I think
It was a good
I
show.
it was a real good show. I like it. I think I think it was just cut a little short when it come down to the writing of it because I don't think they knew what the fuck they were writing for about. But now that you do, like I mean, shit, you could do a bunch of shit with them. She-Hulk, I could do without.
Yeah.
You can get rid of that. I
You
really
already
don't
have
care
a
about.
you already have Deadpool for that, so it's like you don't really need her in a way. She's kind of
Yeah,
like a character that does the whole fourth
yeah,
long
I don't. Yeah, I
dimension shit.
don't care for that. I got to get rid of that. Um, but well, I mean, we'll see. Then that's the beauty of this. Is just waiting to see and speculating this, and doing episodes like this. Like it's just the best.
They have everything supposedly scheduled and written up. Well, not written up, but they have everything planned till 2043.
Well, I think what they got Dooms this December. Next December is Black Panther, and I think they have one movie in between, but they haven't announced which one it is yet.
So no, Black Panther and Ghost Rider in 28.
28. I thought it was next year.
No, I mean that would be kind of cutting it too close. So
Yeah, then what's next year then?
it's Secret Wars.
Oh
So there's
shit!
there's no movie in between Doomsday and Secret Wars. It's
It goes
kind of
back to back.
it goes back to back. And
Okay.
I think after that, then that's when you get BP3 and Ghost Rider and all that. I mean, going back to Blade, I feel like they could have just thrown him in something at least. Kind of just, I mean, they could have thrown him in somewhat Daredevil in a way. I mean, they were already kind of dealing with that, or they could have thrown him something. Throw him a damn bone in some movie. You had him in a voiceover for the Eternals. That was kind of garbage.
Yeah. Well, you know what though? This could be the soft reboot they were looking for. Because if you look at it, where were you gonna fit them? Where were you gonna fit them? Was this gonna be kind of those like okay throwaway movies and that's kind of me and Penny talk about with no, no, I'm not being Penny. My wife was talking about like oh because she was asking me this on Sunday. I don't know why my wife was asking me questions like this. Cause you know how I told you she thought fucking Dolph Lundgren was fucking yeah, yeah. So that one. So she goes, why doesn't DC come out with other characters? Why does it like how come they don't try to like make successful movies about other characters? And I'm like, they did Supergirl and it sucked. Like um
Supergirl, Green Lantern, Aquaman,
yeah, it's like those
The
movies just
Flash.
yeah. So I tell her the whole thing that sucks is that you had one they Marvel rolled the dice on one franchise and it was successful, Guardians of the Galaxy. So now you think, oh, I could just do it with any movie. And you've seen it with DC with Blue Beetle. Like you just said Aquaman, fucking Green Lantern. You just saw Supergirl. That sucks. Blade fit well at a time where there was not a lot of superhero movies. So that movie itself stands alone. And at best helps usher in the Marvel universe. Where do you fit someone like Blade in a multi-hero universe where you're battling aliens, you're battling time traveling fucks. Where do you fit him?
You would have to
This
fit
is
him in the like the low level, street level kind of things in a way.
so you fit him in the Daredevil series, the Punisher series, where you can elongate a 1.5 an hour and a half or 2.5 hour movie into an 8-10 episode arc, and you build it into it. Like, I would love to see the underground circuit of fucking of vampires, and and then find out that while all this is happening, the snap, the time, all the stuff that the superheroes were doing, there was a secret society of vampires running everything. It's almost like they were the Illuminati
Mm-hmm.
of the underground circuit. And you kind of do see it with Hawkeye when he was Ronin. Like, people were still doing some fucked up shit during the snap,
Because
and he
everybody
was
was halfway gone, so they're just like, "Oh, this is our opportunity to do stuff," you know.
so in this situation, I look at it as, why not do the same thing here with a Blade movie, where you have a guy like Blade that he works in the shadows. You don't see him, you don't hear about him, but you know he's around. And you build that, and you use a an up and coming actor, and you build a series off of him. Right now they've done a great job with Daredevil, taking what Netflix did, putting it here, and they've done a great job with them. With what, 2 seasons in, I think they just announced a third season coming soon.
Mm-hmm.
Why not do that? And it's kind of the conversation I've had with Penny and I've had with other people. There's just certain characters that just deserve to be a TV show or a series, and others deserve to have their own standalone movie. Blade deserves a series, not a standalone movie. Hence the reason why we never saw a Blade movie. Wesley Snipes came in at the right time, at the right place to make that movie into a trilogy. But like I just said right now, name where you could put him at in a motion picture. When you have Thanos, you have the Doctor Dooms of the world, all the shit that's going, what they're planning to do. Obviously, we know what the next phase after Secret Wars is. You're going to go into Apocalypse.
Well, they're building to Apocalypse, but I mean,
So,
it's the X-Men,
but you, but
so
you, but you see where I'm
yeah,
going at,
yeah.
right? So where the fuck are you going to fit a half human, a hybrid fucking vampire in this mix?
Somewhere you're gonna throw him somewhere.
I feel you,
Um,
but you build them, and it's you build them like I don't like the word low level, because, like, no, I
street
feel like
level.
the street level superhero.
I
You
mean,
know, I
they
would do
had a
that.
perfect opportunity with like the whole Marvel MCU thing. You know, they could have done a Blade series. They announced it, I think, at kind of the same time when it was still going on. But honestly, like Black Widow did not deserve a fucking movie. That could
I
have been
feel
a
that that movie could
series,
have been a fucking a show.
a 5-part series show, hour long, 30 minute, 45 minutes long. It could have been that. But we
Yeah,
wasted time in the pandemic or the pandemic or whatever you want to call it to see this movie, and it didn't
yeah.
serve any purpose. Well, I mean, future for Elena and all that, but
But
it's
you
kind
could
of
have,
like it could have
but
been the
you,
TV show.
but you could have built that into her. And she doesn't even have a solo movie. She's in a fucking ensemble. You could have built her to an ensemble. That's what I'm saying. Like, you can make Daredevil, Blade into a series.
I agree.
Like
You can.
like Moonlight. Moonlight is a character that a lot of people don't know about. You were not going to be able to flesh out the whole character in a 2.5 hour movie. You flesh them out during the series, and I thought it was great. I just thought it was shitty, right? I just think it was, uh, yeah, shitty writing during a time when they were just trying to release content. And I just happened to be he was in that fucking flush content where they were just flushing everything down, like, here, take it, take more, take more. Give me your money. Here's fucking Moon Knight, here's She-Hulk, here's fucking this, here's that. They're just flooding it, you know. Same thing with oh my god, who's the other one they got a show? They shouldn't have they got a movie, but actually should have been a fucking show.
The Eternals.
I, you know what? I can. I could see the Eternals being a show. I could have seen that.
It could have been a show. That could have
You
been
could
an
have
email.
you could have yeah. There like I said, there's and the crazy thing is I always felt that when they were gonna do the whole Marvel's monsters, I felt there was a slap towards James Gunn and his monsters and heroes and monsters like thing, whatever the fuck he was trying to build.
Oh, was the Creature Commandos?
Yeah, but no, because he was trying to do like you're gonna mix in the supernatural with all the superhero stuff, and he
Oh,
was gonna
yeah, yeah, yeah.
he was gonna
Well,
build that.
I think that was way before that he even announced it. Like the
But
whole
there's talks of it. You don't think
no,
Marvel
yeah,
like you? I love the fact they did that series with Diego Luna as the Wolfman.
yes, it was great.
I
You could have mixed that with the Moon Knight universe because you had
Supernatural. You put the
Swamp Thing.
supernatural into it. You bring the supernatural stuff into it, and you build its own subdivision.
That's
Just
the
like
only
you
thing we
just,
haven't gone yet. This is supernatural.
I would build that. I would
We
build
could have.
Yeah, I would build into that. That's how you go about it. You built into making like just like you're doing Daredevil, Punisher as these guys are fighting, the lower tier superhero villains of the world. Like these are not world beaters, but these are guys that like could get to the point where they might be major players, but we got to stop them. Same thing, I think, like I said, with Blade, like why not? You can say that Blade's been around for hundreds of years.
I had a
And
I had sorry to cut you off, but it was
no, no,
funny.
no.
There was this when Deadpool and Wolverine came out, I was talking to this girl at the time and we went to go see the movie. And we had this exact conversation about Blade, and she was like, "Oh, how would you do the movie Blade?"
Oh,
And
okay.
I had this concept of the movie of him, the movie panning to the cotton fields in like 18 something. Obviously, he would be born sometime somewhere out there in Mississippi or in Louisiana or wherever you want to say. And obviously he's born, he grows up, and then his mom becomes the vampire or whatever. He's half vampire, all that shit. But like you would see him travel through these decades, obviously the 1900s, the 1920s, the 30s, the 40s, the 70s, and you just see Mahershala Ali's character go through. It's like a little what's it called in the movies, like a little chop up before the movie starts. So obviously you see him travel through like it's kind of like Wolverine did, like kind
Yeah,
of
the
like showing
Wolverine
him go,
Origins.
yeah, like Wolverine Origins. Do that for Blade. Like he is just this character that's been living since 18 something, and he goes through this time, and then you see him in this period, and it would pretty much be like Sinners. Like my whole idea of what Blade would have been Sinners before Sinners even came out or was a thought. So,
Okay, it's not a bad idea. Yeah.
and I feel like they could have, instead of making Sinners, they could have made Blade. They wasted an opportunity to do that. But I mean, that's not an MCU movie. But I feel like the concept of him being this character who's probably way older than Logan at this point, and just kind of like have him travel through these decades of being a vampire, half breed vampire slayer, whatever you want to call him. But it didn't happen. And I wish they would have made something like that. That would have been really cool as a TV show. They could have put him in the TV show. They could have put him in Moon Knight. They could have done something. So I
Oh
feel
yeah.
like it's just shitty to announce this character 7 years ago just for it to not happen. Like you wasted time and you wasted his time. You wasted these resources. Apparently not coming up with a movie because you couldn't find a script. Like no, I just think you guys kind of chickened out and kind of backed out of this because you were like, fuck, like where are we gonna put him? Like we don't have anywhere to put him now.
That's what I'm saying. Like they announced it. I don't know. I think they announced it without even fucking thinking about where. And this was around the time when they were just be like, no, no, just fuck. We need content, 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 content. It's about it's about quantity over quality. It was there in that time period,
Mm-hmm.
and they even gave that one fucking bitch her own show, and then she came out in a fucking movie with Brie Olson.
Which one?
The bitch with they can make her hand big and whatever the fuck.
Oh, you mean what's her name?
That bitch.
Not
Uh,
Indian.
That Indian
Um,
bitch.
Captain, she would be Captain Marvel, but
Okay, yeah, her. Like
yeah,
this, that was a movie that was a show that really didn't deserve to have a show. Like, did we really need her?
they were
I
trying
get.
to set up this whole like Young Avengers thing,
How
and
did
I
that go?
guess obviously it went into the toilet.
I get Hawkeye. That's actually good, and you give her the chick. Okay, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. But you give Captain Marvel, like, what the fuck, really? Like, come on.
I don't know, man.
But this is during the time period when they were going more about quantity over quality. Now they're reeling it back, going, no, we now we got to give quality, and they are giving us quality. Like I said, Daredevil was a good series. X-Men '97, another fucking good series,
Oh
a
my
good,
gosh, X-Men '97 is fucking great.
fucking great. Fucking Punisher. I haven't seen it, but the fact that I'm hearing good things about it, that's another good series. You have this stuff. So if you got Disney Plus, instead of pumping out bullshit, pump out better stuff. Like I just said, if they're listening, if someone, a writer had nothing to do and they click on this fucking episode, they're like, hey, that fucker was right. I should have done a fucking Sinners of Blade.
That would have
You
been
you
perfect.
still could do something. And that's the whole point. Like I feel like now that you own all these characters, are starting to own almost what 90 point something percent of all your characters, you're able to have these tiers where some of them are just series and some of them are motion pictures and some of them are just gonna show up or just key moments on certain movies. Like
Yeah.
Hulk is just a guy who fills in at the right scene at the right time in a major movie. There's no solo movie. There's no series from. We're just gonna place them.
Well, let me give me 1 second. I have to charge this damn thing, so give me 1 second. My video camera is gonna go out, but give me 1 second. Hold on. We'll go on
All
to
right.
that.
All right.
All right, and there we go. I'm back.
So what's up, man? My bad. What's up? My bad. I'm
No,
just
my
texting.
no, go ahead. Yeah, because I had to fucking charge my damn laptop. It was like the battery's about to die.
I'm like,
But
I'm trying. I'm charging my laptop. I'm good. um.
but I mean, yeah, you can, but I feel like people would be like, "Oh, you're just copying Sinners. You're just
Oh,
copying Sinners."
yeah. Now it would see like your copies it, but you you don't even have to do a backstory. You could just say, hey, he's been around
He's been in the
for.
shadows
He's been in the
for
shadows. Like
hundreds of years.
yeah, like he's been around. He's one of the co-founders of these fucking vampire slayers, or you know what? This covenant of fucking vampire slayers found him, and they saw that he was a fucking half breed, and they fucking for decades have been training him as the ultimate weapon to kill these vampires. And obviously, and you build him as a cold killing machine, and then he meets a guy like Whistler. You put a young Whistler who's like, okay, who just lost his family to vampires, and he wants payback, and here comes this fucking covenant that tells him, hey, we'll train you, we'll do this, and his assignment is to be the watcher, to be basically of Blade, and Blade just goes, dude, you're just another fucking piece of meat that's gonna end up dying off. I'm not gonna have no connection to you. And you build a connection with him. And you build this that bromance between a guy who just lost his family and a guy who knows nothing but just fucking savage killing. Like, I just kill. Like, I just kill whatever's inside. Like, if it's a vampire, I'm killing it. And then
They could, but they're
the,
not gonna
the
listen to us.
bet
No
you they
shit.
are, dude. I bet you they are. Because that'd be a great thing. Like you can use that notion that you did, but obviously just make it seem like, look, he's been alive for such a long time, and while these superheroes out there fighting intergalactic fucks, he's down here fighting a organization of vampires who been slowly trying to take over the world and convert everyone into vampires or use human as cattle for their consumption.
Well,
And
you
here's
mean
this
even? I mean, sorry to bust on your point. I mean,
no.
even in a way, we don't even have to put him in the modern time of the MCU. He could be a character in the '70s, and that way you could pay tribute to the black exploitation movies of
There
the
you go.
'70s, and you could have totally just done this shit with Blade, and this shit would have been
Telling you.
You could have made billions of dollars with that shit.
There's a lot of you there. I watch. They're gonna come back and do something with them. They have to. I think the soft reboot is gonna be a lot of stuff. They have a bunch of characters they're gonna be able to do things with.
Marvel,
It's
put us on the roster. We have ideas. We can make you money. We have a
you know
podcast.
you, you know how many fucking people probably say that I could do a good job. I could do it. And then about you, they put him in the room full of like 20 guys with their notepads. All right, man, what do you got? Uh,
We
uh,
open in a cotton field.
and someone goes, "That's racist."
Wait, hold on. It gets even better. How does it get any better?
He's black.
He's and they're like, oh shit, no. You know, there's something. I don't know. Hopefully, with this soft reboot, we'll get something
No,
in a way.
we'll for sure get something for sure.
But you know, that's a funny thing. I'm sorry
Go.
you had said this on an episode way back, and I never got to talk to you about it until you brought it up
Okay, what's up?
about your feelings about Blue Beetle.
Well, it's contradictory because the guy's named after me. Um, you know what? Not my cup of tea. If it's on TV, I'll watch it. But not like I'm not like, oh my god, fucking Blue Beetle. Like
But your point was,
it's a
and I
throwaway character.
saw it.
It was just a movie. It was just a movie. You again, this is during the time where you're just pumping out shit, bro. And you're hoping it sticks because you had a successful movie like the Guardians of the Galaxy. So you're trying. These studios are trying to replicate the same fucking formula, and it just happened to be it was just lightning in a bottle, and it became what it became. So DC was doing the same shit, and they were just fucking slinging, hope something stuck. And Blue Beetle was one of those that didn't stick. It just splat and then fucking fell down. That's all it was.
But my thing too, and you had said it kind of in a way. The first time I saw it, I thought I was like, okay, this is cool. This is representation of us as Latinos, as this character, and it's like an all Latino movie in a way. But the second time that I watched it, I kind of stepped back from it, and I was just kind of like, this movie's kind of pinning us as stereotypes, like the whole crazy Theo with the truck, and then everybody living in the same house, and all the. I feel like it was just trying to put us in a stereotype, and I didn't really like it in a way. After that, I do like the guy who did.
Oh, great actor, great
You
actor.
know,
I think
he
he's a
did
great
great
actor.
in the Karate Kid series. He was like
Cobra
Kai and everything, and I love him as Blue Beetle. But I just feel like the director was just kind of like trying to bring in Latinos in the movie, and I didn't really like the representation. I felt like it was very stereotypical in a way, and you had said something that in a way about it.
I think I remember saying, yeah, because that's what I like. You know what? That I didn't like George Lopez's character. I thought he was George Lopez is a fucking hypocrite. He's one of those guys that's like, oh, he's pro fucking Latino, but you fucking do a movie where you play the most stereotypical fucking Theo out there. And I think it is funny because when I do Ramble Cinema with the guys, with Lou and Gary, Lou brings us up that um, you name any fucking movie where a Latino is in it. If you can name any movie where it's not directed or written by a Latino, we are misrepresented 100% of the time.
Yes.
Either they cast a Filipino to play a Mexican,
El Bombo.
either or they cast a Native American or a or a fucking a Middle Eastern person to play a Hispanic. We're the if it's not written by us and directed from us, we're misrepresented in a bad way. And then my counterpart to that, which I haven't told, what I haven't really had the conversation with Lou about, is also, but when we have made movies about ourselves, it paints us as angry, thuggish, fucking crime infested. Like we're fucking out there, fucking. We're gonna get our own. It's never at the highest and brightest. It's always And I use the movie. I use examples: Blood In, Blood Out, American Me, Mi Vida Loca. Like those. It's funny that those are the movies we look at as like, oh, those are the best movies. Mi Familia. Like you look at those type of movies, and I know it's not geek stuff, but geek and geek out's about just geeking out. You look at those movies and they're directed by us, and they're written by us, and I feel like those are also movies that don't represent us, they represent a string. They represent a small percentage of us, and some of us know somebody or some of us lived it. So we embrace those movies because that is as close as to what we will get to representing our people compared to a Blue Beetle that was the worst
Yes.
misrepresentation of a fucking Latino community. And if you saw it, I swung it a little bit political and swung it back into the geek world.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I mean, it misrepresents you guys too, because you guys are Californian Latinos, and those movies kind of like, I mean, obviously we all connect to it, but it's just like that's not a real representation of who we are. And I do agree that when we do get, the director's chair and the writing script and all this and that, we pan ourselves as these thuggish, gangsterish dummies, or these other people who are just like, no say, or like even what's that movie? Born in East LA. Like you pan us as illegals or something like that. I mean, even Blue Beetle hinted at that, like they were
always,
illegal.
always hustling, always doing something. Like that's what I'm saying. Which is not. I'm not saying it's not true. Like I'm a fucking
Yeah,
Latino now, and I hustle all the time. But uh, it's painted in a very dark light. Is what I'm saying when it comes down to certain those movies. It's rare that you see those movies were painted in a better picture than that. Now I know people can argue. You can comment below if I'm wrong, but I have not seen a movie. And if I'm wrong, let me know. Put it in the comment section which movie you recommend I should watch. But the ones I've seen so far, it's
because even like Namor, like Namor, like I mean, obviously,
but you're talking about yeah. But you see, you're talking about someone like Ryan Coogler who has nothing to do with our community. Saw it character and said, you know what, I'm gonna
no,
give it its
I'm gonna slap him brown.
I'm gonna give it its proper respect, and it did. I think it's its proper respect we can get. For especially people. That's funny because I see people that are wear the like Aztec necklaces after watching that, and I'm like, well, you don't know nothing about it. What are you doing? I get
And
it.
he's not even Aztec. Like he's a different.
Yeah, I know.
It's a different, that's
I know.
another thing too. That's a whole other thing I don't want to
Yeah,
get
I
into
get it.
because I
Yes,
mean, obviously.
that's why I stopped myself. I'm like, I'm not gonna go down that rabbit hole today. I'm
But
good.
I do like Namor. I think in a way he's a cool representation of a character that resembles historical some kind of like historical thing that's happened with our people in a way. And I enjoyed it, and I hope they give him his flowers in fucking in Secret Wars and
Oh,
Doomsday.
oh, I think they will.
Hopefully, hey,
Oh,
I'll
oh.
cut my ears. I'll cut my ears just like his.
I'll,
But
I'll I'll put some feathers on my shoes.
you you know but I mean, yeah, I mean, I hope these movies, I hope everything comes out good. I mean, I'm still watching 97 X-Men 97, and it's getting
Same
really
here.
good. um
I missed the last 2 weeks, so I still gotta catch up.
oh man, dude, it's insane. Well, there's one episode I feel like that's just kind of a throwaway, which I think it's the recent one that just came out last week. I feel like it's a throwaway. Like when you watch it, you'll be like, I could have done without this episode. But I think it kind of serves a purpose. But everything with like just Logan's thing and them coming back from the time and it's time machine and all that crap. It's good, and I'm excited to see where season 3, season 4 go. Like they want to do 10 seasons,
I think
and
the
I'm
show
like,
will.
I do you think that they should start changing like X-Men 98 or X-Men 99? I mean, should you progress with the years? I mean, if you want to do these new like seasons, but I
I
feel
said
like there's so many years in 97. There's so many days in 97. I don't think you can, I mean, obviously go into a new year. And then
true.
you have Spider-Man 98 that's coming out too. That's in a couple of years, I think.
Yeah.
That's going to be exciting.
Again, a great time to be a geek.
Yes, we're getting all
Great
these
time to.
things. He-Man,
Mm-hmm.
Marvel, DC, the video games, the fucking Wolverine video game that's going to be coming out.
That one looks dope. I'm not gonna lie. That one looks dope. Now, what am I gonna play it? Probably not. It looks dope. It
I'm
looks dope.
definitely going to play. That's definitely going to be,
Part
I
of the
guess,
collection.
a birthday game to me in a way.
There you go.
Um, because it's coming out around my birthday. But also, speaking of video games, because I know we both play video games.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about the whole Sony thing cutting out the whole, production of disc in 2028?
You saw the backlash. You know what though? Sony is 10 years too late.
Think so?
Oh yeah, because if you look at it, it's funny because we were talking about this on Rumble Premium last week with Chris from Kickback Podcast. Shout out to him. Um, DVDs are making a comeback. It's the equivalent of the vinyl records making a comeback. DVDs are making a comeback, and you're starting to see movie studios are noticing that, and some studios are starting to release the entire series on DVD or Blu-ray. I'm at.
Mm-hmm.
They're starting to release it, so it's making a comeback. So what's happening here is Sony was like, okay, everyone's streaming, and they did the whole PlayStation Plus thing, and people I didn't think too much of it. I think you're too late. People want this. People want to have the
Physical
physical copy
copies.
than have it a digital copy because anything can happen to it. At least I have the digital copy. I thought it was a good idea if you would have done it 5, 6, 7 years ago. Now it's like you saw the backlash, you saw the petition. They're not going to go with it.
You
They're
don't
going to
think so?
make
You think they're
no.
gonna like backtrack and be like, just kidding, just
The
kidding.
the
Keep your,
the only industry that's going to go full digital, and it's always been the test. It's always been a test of how the industry will go. If porn does it and it's successful, everyone follows through. Porn will be the only platform that will go digital because you can get porn anywhere. So,
yes.
but here's the problem: you can't get video games everywhere. So you're gonna have to make digital copies. You can't get DVDs everywhere. Perfect example. Yesterday, I had my Wi-Fi off for almost an hour and a half, which means I wasn't able to watch anything I wanted to watch without using my data. Now, I've been in
Were you trying to send to the fifth, sixth dimension by turning off your Wi-Fi at this point? You know?
yeah. I was trying to be I was to do that. I'm gonna turn off my Wi-Fi because I want to get to the 10th, 12th, and 13th dimension. But I was like, shit. And my daughter was just getting frustrated because she wanted to watch Moana. And I'm like, fuck, I don't got no Wi-Fi. And obviously I'm running through my data and I don't re-up until like 2 weeks from now. I'm like, fuck, what do I do? What do I do? And the conversation with my wife happened. I go, you know what? I'm gonna go buy that fucking movie because then I could have just put it on my PlayStation and made her watch that movie. So digital is coming back. It has to. It'll be digital hard copies are gonna come back. I think Sony it came late to the party.
Yeah, they just should have done this. I believe in physical media. When I used to buy DVDs, dude, all the time. When I
Same here.
worked at Target, I had DVDs, I had Blu-rays. So if ever my internet ever does crap out or I can't pay it, I have like a whole plethora of movies that I can watch the physical media. Obviously, there are digital on our phone and whatnot, but if my phone even craps out, I have Blu-rays and DVDs that I could just insert into my PlayStation or PlayStation 2 or PlayStation 3 and watch these movies without having to have any internet connection. And I think that's the beauty of it. Obviously, with my whole collection here as well, if my Spotify's crapping out, all I got to do is just plop one album, put it
That's what I'm
in, and
saying. That's what I'm saying. So at this moment, Sony's late to the party. You would have done this 5 years ago. Maybe you would have been like, you would have had a small backlash. Now you're having a big backlash. Why? Because stuff is coming back. Why? Because we're realizing that having everything digital isn't the best, especially when it's unreliable at times.
Mhm.
You know, like I perfect example. My camera last week for Rambling Alcoholics, for some reason it was grainy. Something was up. I mean, today is fine. Hopefully, the final recording looks good, but it was shit. Luckily, I had everything backed up in audio. Audio is always king. So
Mhm.
I had everything backed up in audio. So I use the same. I'm using this example back, going back to it again. It's better to have a digital hard copy of something than having to rely on your phone or rely on your laptop. At best, this might create a booming industry of someone to create a portable way to watch DVDs on your phone.
Yeah, there would be some kind of way to like clip it on there. Well, you know what? I think there is a way.
But someone's gonna make a portable version of it. Watch. I
Carrying a DVD player with you to like somewhere and just plop it in and connect it to your phone and
I'm telling you, we're gonna go back to having digital hard copies again, and Sony just came late to the party. It came super late to the
It
party.
has to be because of the whole GTA 6 shit. Like they're just like, you know what? Why are we going to print all these games? Just download it directly to your thing and whatever. But they don't want us to own physical copies. Obviously, I don't know if you kept up with the whole thing too, but there's things that have changed in movies and in TV shows that were on digital. And then if you get the physical copy, like if you watch it like on DVD or whatever, there's two different scenes, two different like interactions with characters, and it's kind of weird because it's like I never saw that in the movie or TV show. Like for example, I saw was like the Cosby Show. They were showing one scene that was on streaming, and they were showing one scene that was on DVD, and they played it at the same time, and it was two totally different scenes. And it was like that's weird, like, and I feel like maybe that's why they don't want us to own this physical copies. I don't know, it could be the demons or the
The demons are parasites that are infecting people, and it's very demonic.
you know,
That's
the
what that
demons that are making us catch a case for domestic abuse and shit like that.
that's why I'm fasting 11 hours, but I fast for 2 days. Um,
If he
you
talks
know,
about this and says that about the physical media, he's
um,
watching us.
gentlemen and ladies. I mean, comment below,
Boys and men.
boys, men. I got the
um,
D's. I got these nuts.
oh my gosh, dude. It's just if anybody hasn't been listening to the Mega Cuck files on Patreon, pay for that shit and listen to the Mega Cuck files because that shit is top tier. Like
If there
it
was a
should win an award.
if yeah, it should win an award. If there was like the podcast Emmys or the podcast Oscars, like best original podcast, I should be nominated.
You should. You should. You've done investigating work. Your team has done really great investigating work, and you've painted this person that we know, and you've made this story where it's like it paints him in a way now that we've never seen him, and it's just it's
I can humanize him and villainize him in the same episode.
you know it's you guys have to watch it. I 100% Inside the Northside approved. You guys have to watch
Yes.
and listen to I mean not watch but listen to um the Mecha Cuck files, and obviously too with Jose and Ransom Ramos, he has his thing dedicated to that as well.
Ramos
And
News Network.
there you go, RNN.
But yeah, no, to check it out. It's $2, $5, $7 tiers. I mean, it's affordable. Check it out. Yeah,
$5. Who's gonna pay $5?
people paying $5. People pay $5 for it.
A certain person might pay $5. He, I don't. He can't afford it.
He can afford. He needs a lawyer. I don't think he's gonna pay $5.
Oh my gosh,
He needs a lawyer. So
he's hungry.
He's hungry too. You know, he's fasting and he's hungry.
Well, I mean, how's he paying for all that food? The chili cheese fries and the chicken tenders, and you know,
Subsidies.
I'm using EBT on this. What? How?
Because he has EBT. Yeah, oh, believe me, there's more coming right now. I'm just waiting.
I'm excited. It's great. I'm telling you. You see the comments. I'm just like, oh shit, it's on. Let's go. As soon as I get the alert that the episode is up, I'm the first one listening to it. I'm for sure, dude. Like no cap.
No cap.
No cap.
No cap. Like, you know, it's just one of those shows. Like, and it's funny because someone sent me another link of another guy, who's like known for abusing his dog, but he's kind of like hides behind the internet. And I was like, yo, this is a one-off. I'm not a vigilante that goes after podcasters.
Like going after certain people.
Like, am I a fucking vigilante that's gonna go after certain podcasters now? Like, you know, I'm gonna give you the dog taser files. Like, what the fuck? Like, look, this was supposed to be a one-off. Not one. This was supposed to be a limited series that's turned into a elongated saga that's captivated a lot of people to sign up for Patreon. That's what can I do? What can I do? I mean, I've talked to you and said, hey, I'm thinking about just making it 10 episodes and that's it. It's already past 10 episodes, and I'm like, yo, this, I don't know what the fuck to do.
You have a monster on your hands, and you are in control of this creature, and
I
only you can take it down.
I don't want to. I like the monster.
Just keep it going, dude. Just do the whole flavor of money. Just money. Just
It's printing itself at this moment. It's printing. I know he's listening like motherfucker. It's printing itself. Like I'm printing money right now.
I already know what he's gonna say. You guys and ladies are making fun of me. I don't like it. You're making fun of somebody who has a handicap. You know, I didn't beat her, but I did not beat her.
You don't know the full story. It's because you guys don't know the full story. I've done a lot for this person.
Oh my gosh. It's just, you
It's
know what,
bad.
Steven? Thank you. Thank you, Steven. Thank you
You
for
could
this.
you could say that. I'm not gonna say this.
Thank you for giving me this little bit of light and a little bit of entertainment in this 2026. You know, 2 years ago in 2025, wouldn't have thought of this. But you know, as Al Pacino said in Godfather 3, you know, I'm coming up, but they just bring me back in. You know,
You know what I learned from him? He doesn't know the notion of time and space. And like time ceased to exist.
he's
That
Doctor Strange.
he's able to time jump 2 years into the future, and and time doesn't exist. Like you go from 11 hours to 48 hours. It's just amazing. Um, and I know the Geek Squad are like, what are you guys talking about? Tune into Patreon. I got a show called the Mega Cook Files. Like Ully just said right now, praising me. Thank you very much. It's a real good. It was supposed to be a limited series. It's a continuation series. But obviously, as story develops, episodes pop up. So check it out. It's on Patreon. The Ramble. It's rebranded again as the Rambling Network Plus.
Plus,
Yeah, because it was at first it was Ramble Plus, now it's the Rambling Network Plus. Because I have all these shows coming out like tonight. This episode will air on Patreon first before it gives on YouTube on Thursday morning. So
there's a podcast I've been listening to. I want to shout out that I
shut them
found
out.
on TikTok. Only Comics podcast.
Shut you out. Shut them out.
Dude, I found their stuff on TikTok, and these guys know their shit. They know both of their hosts know. And I want to give a shout out to them because I started listening to their stuff, and they do like these deep dives of these characters. And
Okay.
I highly recommend you check it out too. Like, bro, you will listen to and you'll be like, oh shit, like these.
Yeah, show me the link. I'll check them out for sure. I'm always down to listen to new stuff. Sometimes I'm bored and I want to listen to new stuff. I'm like, I'm gonna listen to it.
Yeah,
For sure.
I can only listen to my stuff so much where I'm just like, I'm tired of this shit.
Right.
You know?
I don't even listen to my stuff. I just put it out. But sometimes I'm looking for something new. Check it out. Yeah, shut them out. Shut them out. What the fuck? I was gonna shout someone out today, but I forgot. But I mean, we're getting to the tail end. You want to plug anything before we call it quits?
Yes, we're gonna plug in. Let me fix my glasses because they're crooked. Nobody ever tells me that they're crooked. First and foremost, thank you, dude, for making this dream a reality. I've always wanted to do Geek and Geek with you guys. Obviously, it's not with the OG crew, but it's with you. And I appreciate you so much for taking on the idea that I gave you and including me in this. Like it's fun and exciting. I enjoy the soft reboot of Geek and Geek Out and what you and Penny are doing. I enjoy it. I think it's fun. Please, Penny, stop giving these hypotheticals with RoboCop and Skynet and the Terminator because he's just gonna keep bringing it up and he's just gonna keep saying Skynet.
He doesn't like that I'm gonna be able to figure my way out of this scenario.
No, pa, you can't do that. But no, like you guys, I listen to you guys so much, and everybody else that's watching this, you should totally watch. I mean, obviously, if you're watching Geek and Geek Out, you're listening to it. Also want to shout out Jose Rancing with Ramo. Shout out with him. He's doing his thing. I'm still happy that he is one of the few people in LA that I know is still doing his podcast. So shout out to you, Jose. Shout out to everybody else out there that's watching this. Also want to plug in my podcast, Inside the Northside Podcast. Yes, I'm still doing a podcast. I did not sell my equipment like Jaime always jokes with me. Obviously, if I did, I would not have doing this right now.
He pawns it off to make trips.
You guys and ladies are lying. I keep my stuff. I have the receipts. What receipts? You know, but no, I'm episode 208 should be dropping this Saturday. It's going to be a solo episode. I haven't done a solo episode in 7 months. Also, I have an exclusive podcast that's just on YouTube. It's called Mission Logs. It's one of my favorite things that I'm doing now. It's just 45 minutes or to an hour episode where I'm just talking about what's going on in my life. And I cosplay as a fucking astronaut, out here in space. I'm a rocket man and, burning up here with, just nothing. And I'm just, I like this thing that I'm doing with Mission Logs. It gives me a platform to speak.
It's a good show. I like it.
And the one that I did today, yesterday, I might have to redo it. The film or recording didn't look as great as I thought it was. So I might have to redo it, but I will talk about the same stuff. And if you listen to Mission Logs and you listen to the solo, there will be things interconnecting. So this will be some kind of like multiverse, kind of like connecting of universes with Mission Logs and Northside Podcast. But I feel like I'm rambling too much. So
that's the whole point.
So go ahead, check out Inside the Northside Podcast. I'm available on all streaming platforms. Go ahead and check out Mission Logs exclusively on YouTube. I still do have a Patreon. I apologize for who's on Patreon, still paying for that. I'm thinking of uploading the unedited versions of.
I still pay for it.
I apologize. I'm thinking of uploading the unedited versions of Mission Logs on there.
Yeah, just put the audio, dude. Just put the fucking audio up.
I still have video. I have the video of it. So like there is in episode 2, I cut out a 15-minute epilogue. Well, not epilogue, a conversation that I did and that would probably get me canceled. I'm gonna upload it on Patreon one of these days. So if anybody wants to pay for that, I think it's like $5 still.
There you go. Do it, dude. Put it out there.
But other than that's kind of all for me, to be honest.
And then I'll start plugging the thing, guys. Tune into the Ramble Hour this Friday. We'll be recording. This episode will be out for next Monday. No episode of Rambling Alcoholics this week. We're taking a break to do Ramble Cinema. Obviously, new episode tonight this week of Geek and Geek Out. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, follow us on all major platforms like Rumble, Rambling Network 2, and on Instagram at the Geek and Geek Out Crew. Let's pick it up. We're getting close to 1,000. If we get to 1,000, we will go live on Instagram, so you guys can watch the show with me and Penny as we're recording it for the 1,000th follower. So,
nice. Dang, gang. Nice.
There you go. And then also the Rambling Network stickers are out right now. So it's 2 for $1.50. So DM me. Obviously, all I'm going to ask you is I'm going to send you the link to get where you can send the money. And then I'll just ask you for your PO or mailing address. Thank you very much. And then we'll send it out. So Rambling stickers are out right now. Go get them while they last.
I like them. They look cool. I mean, it's very, if you guys haven't seen it, it looks pretty cool. Like the light even makes it look better. You have all the things. You have Rambling, you have Geekin, you have Ships, you have Rambling Cinema, you have something for everyone. That's it. Something for everyone on here.
So check it out. Enjoy yourself. Stay hydrated. For all my Southern California people, it's hot as fuck out here. So stay hydrated. Keep cool. Drink responsibly, because I never do. And again, Ully, thank you very much, man. I appreciate you coming on this episode. And who knows, this might be the start of many other episodes.
I hope so. And also for my people here in Texas, it's hot as balls. Please stay hydrated as well. And we are literally on the surface of the sun. So again, like he says, drink responsibly, because I do. But I mean, sometimes, not all the time. But yeah, I hope this is the start of something new, and hopefully Penny will join us for this next one, and hopefully we can get some more interactions. This is going to be like our own little multiverse thing going on.
There you go. I like it. I'm down to do it again. I'm down to do it again.
Yes, minus everything else that happened in the all the technical difficulties.
I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. I would have been badass the way I had it. I was like, it's gonna be badass, but this is badass too. I'll figure it out. I know how to make a chicken shit into chicken salad.
If you do, that concerns me, but
Don't worry about it.
I won't.
Thank you guys very much. Enjoy yourselves.
Peace.